In this video, I will show you how you can put your financial situation in order and make sure you not only stop doing bad financially, but you'll be able to invest and grow your money. Also, the strategies here work even if you are in debt and you don't have any money right now. And not only these strategies work, but they're backed by studies and evidence from reputable sources. Also, it helped me, a person who didn't know anything about money and it was extremely broke from the beginning. No, here we're not talking about budgets because nobody sticks to them. They don't work in the beginning. And to prove it to you, my system made me a millionaire before the age of 30 in the United States. And I'm coming from a poor family from Bulgaria who barely can survive the month. And not only that I was poor, but I didn't have habits to be frugal and to invest my money. For example, every time I received money, I spent absolutely everything, which made me have even less and less. I got off this trap and I'll show you how you can get off as well. So let's get started. I would divide this video into 3 different steps because I like things to be simple. Each step is important on its own, and even if you do only one of them, you will still be better than 90% of people out there. And also, let's stay grounded. You won't be able to do that immediately, and that it's normal. You're not gonna get six-pack from your first workout. It's the same here. So the first step is to find your financial story. Most people advise that you need to set a budget, but this is wrong, and that's why nobody is doing it. And even if some people start budgeting, they simply stop in just a month. So instead of a specific budget, start simply by tracking where your money is going for 1 month. Use an app, don't use a notebook, and I will tell you why later in this video. It's super important. Also, don't judge yourself, just observe. This isn't about spending yet, it's about understanding your habits on paper. Most studies show that the simple act of tracking the expenses can actually increase awareness and lead to better financial decisions. This is not me, this is data, this is science. Also, you are less likely to make impulse purchases that you will regret after that. And this is also where you can find those super small, unnoticed leaks, like daily coffees or subscriptions that you don't need. That adds up over time. This step should be done in the first month. Here we don't want to do anything else. We simply want this to become close to you. Do you remember on the 1st of January, for example, when you said that you will go to the gym, start your business and stop drinking on the same day? It didn't work, of course. So that's why we need to be careful so we don't start hating the process, but to like it. And that's, for example, how I started being interested in personal finance. I started tracking when I was 19 because I was broke as a student and I didn't have any money. I didn't have an app. I didn't have credit card. All I had was a notebook and a stupid pen that didn't work. So let's go to month 2 or step 2. Now let's say that you've done the hard work. Step 1 is the hardest work. You have the financial story. You probably found those small leaks. Maybe in those subscriptions you don't use, or maybe it's the takeout order when you're tired. And I just want to say that this isn't about being cheap or, giving up everything you love. It's about being smart. And if you do it, you should feel smart. A survey over 1,000 people reported that more than 60% of people didn't know how much money they are spending the prior month. Another study showed that 50% of Americans did not know how much they are spending on the recurring payments. Many underestimate this by at least $100 per month. And this is why if you just do this simple step, this video is gonna make you $100. So like this video, I just made you $100. But now let's take that spending data from the last month. I want you to pick just 1 or 2 things that you can change. Forget about the coffee. It's about the monthly crap that you are subscribed to. Those repeated stupid purchases we never use. Cancel 1 stupid subscription. Once you do it, you're $15 richer than yesterday. And this is good news. The idea of this step is to see where we can save money, to prove ourselves, to increase our self-confidence. Once we see it works, we're getting more motivated to continue doing it. If we overwhelm ourselves, we will stop doing it, and the next year you will have to watch similar video all over again. Also, again, never judge yourself. If you judge yourself, you will start disliking the process, which will make it harder to follow it. Just like with the gym analogy, it's like doing a few push-ups. It might not seem like much, but it's building this financial muscle, and that's what's gonna make it stick in the long run. By the end of this month, you won't just know where your money is going, you will be actively reflecting it towards your goals. Now we're moving into month 3. And this is a very important step because it's about breaking the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck and building your emergency fund. Honestly, I hated this word so much that even after I got out of my broke situation, I resisted so much of having it. But it's important because most people are just one expense away from financial crisis. I learned this with my business because I was spending everything and I was leaving my business one step away from a disaster. In your personal life, this may be a broken down car, a trip to the emergency room, or just a job loss. When that happens, you have to go in debt. You will cry that you didn't have this emergency fund, and that's why I have it now, and that's why I will have it for the rest of my life. And it's super important. The goal here is not to save a huge amount of money. The goal is to build a small buffer, a cushion. Just $500 or $1,000 is a small amount, but it's a giant step for your mental and financial health. Because according to JP Morgan Chase, households with larger emergency funds are significantly more financially secure than those with higher incomes but with limited savings. So it doesn't really matter if you have a lot of money, but if you are spending everything, you are still gonna be as stressed as if you don't have anything. And since you've already freed up some cash from your changes in month 2, now I want you to automate the transfer. Don't rely on your willpower, it's not gonna work. Here you need to set up a bank account or a third-party app that will automatically move just $10 or $20 a week into a separate account with high yield. High yield means that the bank will pay you interest just because your money stayed there. This is money you will never touch unless it's a true emergency. Remember that if you don't automate it and if you don't make it harder for you to touch the money, it won't work. It must be an automatic process and it must be hard for you to move the money or see the money or touch the money or whatever you do with the money. If you can invest the money into an index fund, that's even better. This small act of setting aside money automatically is how you start to build a long-term habit. I remember this feeling when I had my first $1,000. I thought that I'm rich. And this is the exact moment when the headline of this video stops being a promise and starts being your reality. Here is a recap. You've gone from being in the dark to having a clear picture of your money. You've stopped the stupid purchases and you built a small emergency fund that gives you a new sense of security and peace. You proved to yourself that you can do it. If you do these steps, I can guarantee you that you will be better off 90% of people and you're gonna feel better about money any time of the day. If you found this video helpful, I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and support it. Thank you.